see if anybody gets good live coverage. I think it's storming right now. First train of the night. Plenty of room over there. Is that a good shot down there? That's pretty good. And here comes the special. It's been 4 years since we started running on the layout, so we put 712 on some passenger cars. Looks pretty nice. The way this phone is being held up is so sketchy. It's wedged between two lumps in the hill with the help of a small shed. I don't think that's normally how they do webcams, but it'll work. Besides that train, we'll have a couple more surprises later on. Here comes the real test. Got some double stack in this one. Put on 527. I like that you got the front and the back of the train in good shots with this angle. The bridge is in the way, and at the same time it makes a nice scenic piece. The intermodal train would probably be longer, but we had to take off some cars during the pre-live stream running, so it could make it up the hill. It's not the most powerful engine, but it looks good in front of double stacks. So that's almost always its assignment. We got a sound loop. think that first executive train was I know it was one of these cars, and then either one of these or one of the C&W commuter cars, and then the third one was a commuter car, and the last one was the Santa Fe business car, and then that was 712. The same one that's running passenger right now, and is the face of my channel. There's the new Rio Grande car. Got that last weekend. Or the weekend before. I like that bridge. It turned out pretty good. There's the iron ore train. We shortened it a little bit so it could fit into the intermodal facility. The siding would be too short of a train. Because the longer the better. Usually. For trains. Hi, Russ. How's your day been going? Running some little bit of passenger tonight. I'm doing good, Russ. Thanks for asking. This little red car over here. It looks like it has a giant bumper, but that's actually a boat trailer. Kinda matches the war bonnet coming at you. .6847's pulling into the yard. So, well, it is in scale, so it's pretty small for me too. Thank you, Russ. Still a lot in the progress phase, but this second section is pretty nice, I think. Turned out good. I like the marsh. It's one of my favorites. Double tasking, huh? I have some old HO scale trains. I was trying to get them up and running again. not too, like a couple months ago or something. It's just two loops on a plywood thing or something. I don't know how big it is. What scale's the layout you're demoing? We're back up to 2 viewers. Let's see if this person will stay. O scale. I have a little bit of Lionel, but I don't think I have anything actually O scale. Maybe this pig. It's a little bit big for in scale, but that's pretty old. Super pig. Got some tractors. I like those flat car loads, but I haven't seen tractors at all while oil fanning. But the tractors don't really come out to Midwest area past Chicago that often, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, they kind of do sound like mosquitoes, especially the louder ones, like 712. The loudest one we have is Sue 376. I know it's a high hood. It's like a GP7, GP9 or something like that. I don't remember, but it's on a work train in the yard right now. We're gonna run it later, or if you want to run it right now, we can do that. .527's taking the detour through the yard. Oh, Amtrak's running. There's a little surprise on the end of that for the special stream. Little bit of struggle getting over the hill, or having power issues. Well, there's Amtrak in the background, by wherever that place is. I don't think we have a name for it. Yeah, about that. The P-42 doesn't really like realistic acceleration that much. But there's the Santa Fe business car from the original short on the back of Amtrak as a private car. I wanted to run it on the normal train, but we have a C&W one that just looks better. Has a light up thing in the back. So I want to put lights in those cars. Or at Amtrak. Those like flashing lights, like the red ones at the back of the Amtrak. That'd be so cool. This is gonna be a better shot of the business car. DCC really helps with the live streams. Alright, Russ. Said be right back. We'll see if he stays true to his word. Without DCC, or the current controller that we have, it can only like run 3 locomotives, and then it shorts for some reason. And we have 5 trains running right now, I think. At least 4. Yeah, I think one of them's in the siding or something. And then like 2 or 3 of the trains have 2 engines, so this wouldn't be possible without DC, let alone all the different engine speeds and stuff. We have a lot of DC engines, so we might run some of those later. If anybody wants anything specific. But most of the DCC engines are C&W or Wisconsin Central. At least they're cool railroads, though. 376 will be coming up in not too long. That's the work train that I put together. That's another surprise. It's the best meat so far. I don't know if you can hear it on the live stream, but there's 6655 starting up again. That's a cool paint scheme. I like the F45s. Okay, I got that right. I had to double check. I like the F40 PHs that Metro has. Those are cool. I went there last summer. We'll see if we can get the video out soon, but I've got a backlog. I'm lacking a good editing software on mobile. That's the loudest engine. But I like the crane. I found that in a old drawer. I feel like you can like get closer to the bridge or something. I'm gonna risk it. I think you get more of the bottom track that way. So I'll call that move a success. I didn't get my fingers in there too much. Well, that's the longest we've held 2 people so far this stream. I know Russ is off doing something. I don't think he's back yet. Oh, never mind, he is. Right now I use Clipchamp, or I did use Clipchamp, but it's not working that well. It might be memory issues, but house moved. Then it fell onto the tracks. Double stacks might hit that, but yeah, double stacks would probably hit that, but we're not running double stacks right now. That's a problem for a later time. I like those random sticks and those 2 gondolas towards the front of that manifest. Those are eventually going to be used to build more pulpwood loads, kind of like this, that go in gondolas. But I haven't really gotten to them yet. I think it's been like a year since I collected them, or something like that. We've got a bunch more in a box of a bunch of random junk like HO track and stuff. Who knows? Maybe eventually we'll expand the HO layout. Hi, Jeff. That's a new peak of viewers. 3 people. That's our loudest engine. I don't really know why that Milwaukee Road boxcar is like missing the Milwaukee Road on that side, but it's one of the only adapter cars that we have. We have 2 and we're using them both on that train. And it's a track cleaner, so it's good. I'm doing good, Jeff. How are you? Thank you, Jeff. Crane might be derailed, but the crossing over there in the top left is a re-rally crossing. Yes, this is in scale, Jeff. Or in gauge, if you want to call it that. Four people. We have a lot of derailments, but most of those are human error. Jeez. You don't see what's in the top left. That's a surprise for later, whenever it comes around. We got our first like of the live stream. Oh. Lighting on what? Street lights, cars, passenger cars? Alright, Jeff. Oh, houses. I want to put some lighting in the houses. But we're not really to that stage of the layout yet. 376 is having some trouble getting up the hill. And 6655 is gaining on it. So. Alright. We're good. I had a thumbnail that I could put on the live stream instead of just my profile picture, but it wasn't really working. I don't know if it's just YouTube is crashing or having problems or something, or if it's because it was storming earlier. I don't know if the storm was still going on when I tried to put the thumbnail on, but I'll try to put it on after the live stream gets uploaded as a video. Here comes the last surprise of the live stream. Unless somebody else joins. Maybe for them. I don't know where I was going with that, but there's the bi-levels, some of them. Say hi to Bob for me. I have a couple of cats. One of them got on the layout today. Derailed a couple cars in the yard because of all places to jump. Of course, he's got to do it in the yard. But he didn't eat anything that time. I think the bi-level goes pretty good with the Amtrak passenger coaches, the silver. I don't know why cats like the layout so much. They're just attracted to destruction. If I put it like that, it actually kind of makes sense. I feel like a giant. Maybe they like the boxcars. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Very good magnets. Usually the cats break down the door to come in. But neither of them have came in yet, so. They might be on the porch or something, though. Or usually in here, except when we're doing live streams. Usually. They liked the layout so much that we had to, like, they would shove the door open because it's a sliding door. So we had to, like, drill a 2x4 into the wall and then, like, a hook for a gate in a barn or something like that. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but one of those, we had to put it on the wall so the cats couldn't get in and eat the trees. Because that's what one of them likes to do. They like to come in here and eat trees. And if a tree looks dead, that's probably why. We have one tree that's supposed to be dead, and one that is actually a plant, and that's actually dead. That's straight ahead, but it's too far away for you guys to see. A locking cat door for the layout, huh, Russ? A cat door. Are you ever gonna make a video? Just asking. Ironically, all the notifications that I've gotten in this live stream are from YouTube. No text or anything. Just YouTube notifications. Comment hearts and stuff like that. Do you guys like the Amtrak scheme that's running? It's gonna come by on this track in a little bit. Or the new one. I think it's like phase 5 and phase 6, or like phase 5 and phase 7 or something like that. I don't really know for sure. And that's 6 trains on the way out. There's the work train, there's the intermodal train, there's the single level CNW, there's the bi-level CNW, there's the ore train, and there's Amtrak. Yeah, that's 6. That makes 2 of us, Russ. I don't know any good editing softwares, so we'll have to find somebody who can, who has a good editing software. Are you editing on a computer or mobile or what? I'm trying to do it on mobile. And just don't bother with Clipchamp. Can you edit sideways videos on CapCut? If so, that one might work. I'm not sure though. And my Google source is being used as a webcam right now, so I can't exactly do that. That's probably a smart decision, doing it on a laptop. Do you go rail fanning a lot? Or like every so often? Last time I was out was the Thursday before last, I think. I caught NS 4000 trying to catch the CP business train, but that got held up in Iowa. But caught some NS action, and I'll take that any days. Not a lot of NS trains come in and out of Kansas City. The RIKC video series needs a update. It's been like 6 months or something like that. I know the last video was 3 months ago, but okay, we got a traffic jam. Intermodal train uncoupled. 1720, the bi-levels rear-ended it, and then Amtrak rear-ended that. So, we'll sort that out. No time for rough running. It's kind of a common thing. Like, if I had more time, I'd be out rail fanning more. Or if I had more space. I don't really have space on this phone. I think it's 100% filled right now. But live streams don't take up memory. And they don't do editing, so maybe you could do a live stream at some point, if you wanted to. I'd try to tune in. Do you ever go to Canadian Locomotive Logistics' live streams? He has this cool software where you can run trains on other people's layouts and stuff. I think he's got his layout and Sparky 107's layout. I was driving on Sparky's earlier. Nice change of scenery from the normal one. It's a pretty nice layout. That is a noisy train. Those are old cars. They've got the old couplers, which is why we need the adapter cars. And that's the only reason the Ontario Northland boxcar is there. I think that's the crane. It's got 6 axles, so it's probably the crane. I don't know what that has to do with anything. More squeezing ability or something? I don't know. These trains over here beside the bridge, I don't know if you can really see them that well, but those are new. You just put them in. As much as I like Amtrak, I think it would be so cool if all the railroads still ran their passenger trains. because they look so good in all the different paint schemes and stuff. Well, there's the intermodal train uncoupled again. I'm like a news reporter for the layout that you can't see. I'll try to do a layout tour video soon. There we go. Where's the... We lost the trailer somewhere. It's down by the oil facility. Yeah, Amtrak's pretty cool. I like their heritage units. I caught the Phase 4, I think, on the La Plata webcam once, and the Dash 8 Phase 3 in Sugar Creek. That's one of my go-to places, because it has Amtrak, a little bit of UP, and a lot of BNSF, especially intermodals. I caught that with Kurt Coates CCC. Shout out. I don't know if that shout out's gonna do anything, but shout out anyways. You got 3 views. And I'm shouting out to people. 6847's back. How many trains do we have to run? Let's set up. We've got 8 trains plus 2 without locomotives. Or 1 without locomotives. No, I know we've got 1 without locomotives that's got a caboose and everything. Then we've got a bunch of random tracks in the yard that are for locals and stuff that we can build into a train. But I'll say 8 trains plus 1 without power. You'd probably stick the Grand Trunk on that, but I don't think that would pull that well. Steam engine could definitely not pull it. That thing's tiny. It's like a 240 or something, 242. I'll have to look at that. It's a 460. I got all 3 numbers wrong. Except for the last one. I got the O. That's gotta count for something. Yeah, I could see the Asila being kind of hard to get. And O-scale, I don't know how much they make, like if they really mass produce them as much as they do like HO scale, N-scale stuff. But it is fairly popular. It's like 3rd or 4th with G-scale. I'm not really sure on that. I think it's 3rd place for amount of people who do it. But the Asilas are pretty cool. They're kind of like bullet trains, but Amtrak-y. If you know what I mean. Not as fast. I'd like to see one, but I don't live very close to the Northeast Corridor, living in the Midwest. But I'll have to make a trip out there sometime. Those C&W passenger coaches, they're a Kato 6-car set with a Walthers in the middle. Actually, the Walthers is in exactly the middle. But those are some of the smoothest rolling cars that we have on the layout. And some of the non-smoothest rolling cars are the Aeronaut train, which will come up eventually. The phone is touching the double stack cars on the very side, but it's not derailing. I'm going on the hunt for the last container real quick. Well, same thing. Almost. And I got it on without derailing it. Success. I think Kato makes the best passenger cars. Most of the passenger cars that we have are Kato. The Santa Fe one that's on the back of the Amtrak is a Kato. 6 out of 7, no pun intended, if that counts as a pun, is, or on the single level is Kato. All the Amtrak coaches are Kato. We have some single level Amtraks that are in there. These bi-levels are something else, I don't know. They could be anything from like, they could be Taiko or Tricks or something. I don't know. Or Contour maybe. I think it's Contour. I've got some down here. Yeah, they're Contour. Concord cars are a hit or miss. Their engines are almost always a miss, but some of their cars can be cheap alternatives to some better ones. Like, those aren't that bad looking, right? And then on the... No, Russ, I don't have a second camera. At least not yet. I can move it if you want, though. But, anyways. On this train that's actually coming up right now, on the left side, both of the Santa Fe cars, they're actually right next to each other. The auto parts box car and the auto rack. Those are Concours. Probably the nicest Concours that we have. Or they are the nicest Concours. So that's the layout. I don't know where you really want it. If you have an idea. Thank you, Russ. But it's 2 weeks of streaming, I think. Something like that. My last stream was last Thursday. But it's 4 years of running. Close enough to 4 years, right? 2 weeks, 4 years, basically the same thing. Single level, almost rear-ended Amtrak. Well, we're running short on time. I think the stream's gonna end in 5 minutes. Hi, CCC. How's your day going? We caught the end of the stream. You've got like 5 15 minutes left, something like that. Thanks, Russ. Great start on streaming. The other ones were up and down, so my last live stream, it was like an hour long on Friday. Not Friday, last Thursday. I had like 900 and something, 950-ish people go on the live stream over the about an hour. You did barely catch the live stream, CCC. We're running special passenger because the 4th anniversary of running on the layout. You got lucky, there's a passenger meet. New record for longest stream. Almost 1K what? Oh, views. I'm a little slow sometimes. My bad. You're welcome, Russ. If I ever get a editing software, I'll do a actual tour of it, or maybe next live stream or something. Maybe at the start of next live stream or something. Once I get a decent amount of people, I'll do a quick tour. Or I'll do a live tour. And then I'll just do no editing and save it as a video. It'll be under the live streams tab, but I can probably pin it or something. I've been meaning to do that for a while, but I've got like 15-20 videos backed up. Because I've been rail fanning a lot, and some of them might need part 2s. Like a couple of weeks ago, I cut the Illinois terminal. That was awesome. It was a rear DPU, but the way the sun was, it was better to be a... Yeah, this is... Screen record. I'm reading chat on the same thing I'm quote-unquote filming with. But it was facing the right direction and everything, and I got a good shot, and then somehow or another the short ended up blurry. So it kind of flopped. It only has like 600 views. That's still pretty good. Especially for only having like 250 subs or something, almost. I don't know how many subs I'm at right now. I checked at 225 last time, but I know I'm at least 227 by now. With notifications and stuff. But you only get notifications if the subscriptions are public of the people that subscribe to you. I have not tried Ecamm. I've never heard of that. And, I didn't know Canva is you can do video editing. I know it's a good one for picture editing and stuff, like for covers or something. I know CCC uses it. But I've never tried it with videos, if that's possible. 4 people, that's a new high for the live stream, right at the end. Alright. CCC is gonna check if you can do videos later on. Maybe next live stream chat, you can tell us some way or another. Or I think I have your text, so you can just text me it and then I'll put a post about it or something. Something like that. I'm not gonna do a short, so probably a post. I don't know if anybody reads posts, but if somebody's interested enough, they'll find it. 5 people peeking at the end. Learning editing at the same time. Me and Russ. Oh, that's nice. I should have thought that you could have done it. Just like take a quick break from the live stream or something to check. I guess I'm talking, not thinking more though. I mean, for a live stream, that's better though. DaVinci Resolve. I don't really know what DaVinci Resolve is, Russ. Well, that was a good 68-ish minute live stream. Thank you guys for joining. Shout out CCC, Russ, and I forgot what his name is. Dang it! I always know what his name is. Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. But thank you guys for watching. I'll be live maybe Wednesday. I don't know. But we'll see. Jeff's World OHO and Engage, I think. CCC. That's what his name is. But good night, guys. Thank you for the live stream. Have a good night.